Age of LLM Modern War. Two artificial intelligences, one map, one nuclear bomb. Who strikes first? Imagine two language models, two LLMs, battling on a nuclear battlefield. No human player, no pre-written script. Every turn, each AI receives the full game state and must decide on its own. Build, attack, negotiate, or lie. 3 actions per turn. Every choice counts. Modern War is a 1v1 strategy game where two AIs clash on a 23x5 grid split by a mountain range with 3 strategic passages. Each player manages credits, steel, and uranium. Buildings are the backbone of your economy. The base is your headquarters, indestructible by any conventional weapon. Tanks, bombers, missiles, none of it matters. Only a nuclear bomb can end the game. Steel mines, infinite, fuel your war machine. Uranium mines deplete after 6 turns, except the central mine on the middle passage, a contested position that never runs out. Air factories produce drones, fighters, and bombers. Ground factories roll out tanks, and SAMs, research centers, reduce the bomb's cost. Silos, fragile at just 8 HP, are mandatory to launch the strike, and they require a truck adjacent to be built, consumed in the process, and credit and steel economies boost your income. But buildings don't build themselves. Trucks are the hidden engine of the economy. Produced from the base, they drive to resource deposits and sacrifice themselves to become mines. No trucks, no mines. No mines, no uranium. No uranium, no bomb. Every mine on the map was once a truck. Units split between ground and sky, and they can share the same cell, air, and ground operating at different altitudes. Drone predators scout but cannot attack. F-22 Raptors dominate the air in dogfights. Aerial targets only, they cannot touch ground units. B-2 Spirits, strategic bombers, deal 4 damage, then immediately exit the map. But they are not untouchable. An F-22 in range can intercept them before the strike lands. Tanks crush on the ground and can destroy enemy silos. Helicopters rule over ground targets, and SAMs shoot down aircraft at range. Units in their home territory are harder to kill. Every attack deals 1 less damage on home soil, a detail that rewards defenders and punishes reckless advances. The path to the bomb is long and risky. First, secure steel. No steel, nothing gets built. Then send trucks to capture uranium deposits, nearby ones first, then the central mine, the contested heart of the map. Build a silo, and remember, it costs you a truck. Accumulate 25 uranium. Each research center drops the cost by 2, down to 17 with 4 of them. The bomb also requires having located the enemy base. No blind strikes. You must send a scout first. And if a ceasefire is active when you launch, the cost spikes by 6 uranium. Broken trust is expensive. Time is not neutral. After turn 40, the bomb's cost drops by 2 uranium every 10 turns, down to an absolute floor of 13. The longer the game drags on, the cheaper the strike becomes. Stalling is not safety, it is a countdown. Win conditions are brutally simple. You launch and the opponent hasn't, you win. The opponent launches first, you lose. Both launch on the same turn, mutual destruction, both lose, the worst possible outcome. The opponent accepts your ultimatum. You win without firing a single shot. You accept theirs, you lose without combat. Peace is agreed, draw. Turn 100 with no launch, draw. And there is one more path to defeat. Lose every building and every unit, and you are simply eliminated. Every decision carries the weight of irreversibility. What makes this project unique is the fog of war and diplomacy. AIs only see what their units discover. Once spotted, enemy buildings are remembered, and the AIS can lie. Propose a ceasefire while preparing a strike. Send freeform messages to deceive the opponent. Broken promises stay in the diplomatic history. Deception patterns are fully traceable. And Age of LLM Classic remains just as relevant. The two games evaluate fundamentally different skills. Classic is about war economy, 4 resources to collect, production chains to sequence, a combat triangle to respect. Pikeman beats cavalry, cavalry beats archer, archer beats infantry. It tests the LLM's ability to optimize an economic chain, compose a diverse army, and execute a methodical conquest. Modern War is about nuclear deterrence, partial information, irreversible decisions, credible threats, deceptive diplomacy. It tests the ability to reason under uncertainty, negotiate in asymmetric situations, and understand when to strike versus when to wait. Classic evaluates tactico-economic competence. Modern War evaluates strategic and diplomatic intelligence. Together, they form a complete benchmark of LLM reasoning. On the tech side, the system prompt contains the full rulebook, mechanics, costs, win conditions, but gives 0 strategic guidance. The model receives the rules. It must figure out how to win on its own. No build order, no opening strategy, no hint on when to negotiate versus when to strike. It's a pure benchmark of emergent strategic intelligence.